put a comment.
Well, I made an addition especially for because I know I hate sent an email for it. It's just considering the styrofoam thing. Well, recyclable, non-disposable things. What I was going to do is add a last sentence after this one, and it would be like such programs would include but not be excluded to phasing out plastic, styrofoam, or any other non-recyclable material on campus.
Okay.
Essentially like that. If you have anything else, please.
Yeah, I was sort of asking. I made a comment on comment change, if not properly controlled. Extreme weather events in here.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask, because I made a comment asking if we can change the wording to, if we can change the wording to will cause an extreme number of weather events in the years that decades to come. Just because I don't know if that would be fair to say.
Extreme. Yeah, I mean, it could always be more specific. I think that would be fine. Okay. I think I can't. I know that I don't think I can do friendly amendments to it. Yes. Because, but if you want to do it,
yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm not sure if that would. If this changed like the actual wording, I imagine it probably actually be.
Oh, an actual rest of another. Okay. I mean, yeah, that would be. Because I know that addition of a sentence definitely would have to, but if you're just changing, because really it's not changing the meaning. That's what a friendly amendment would do.
But I had to finish my internship in polio was
yeah, I will take for the camping material.
He's like, I'll come in late. I'm still there, but if not, I'll call.
I didn't have everything. Yeah, I'm so fine.
Yeah. And smoke
Saturday.
I mean, it's mainly as classes putting it on, but yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're allowed to make graduating.
Awesome, thank you, yes. Because I'm gonna print out the resolution as like part of my well, my okay, perfect, thank you. Yes.
How did the, is that tomorrow?
Yes.
What is that?
It's 9 to 0.
That's a really, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I literally have a gigantic banner in my room right now that says Laney Mannion and then a big head. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm gonna print out the resolution from SGA and hand it out.
Oh, Martha, you're right there.
Yeah, you're right. But you're right.
I'm really like, where's that? Do a double take.
I think you're
Yeah, then right here.
I found I did my cup today and I found this entire box of buttons.
I'm good.
No, you're right.
I think
So, it's
You don't have to wait the rest of the
basically, yeah, it's loosely, it's between honors and majors, and the whole honors. Finally did, is kind of solidified with the next. Like, literally equivalent
Yeah, we well, okay, well, I'm still gonna say what I'm gonna say. I don't
Last Monday.
Okay, so I know.
Grandmothers. I want the fourth. I want the fourth one.
Make eye contact.
She's like, do y'all have a social? And I'm like, no. She's like, oh, we do. And I'm like, why do you need to get on it? It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't take a shot after I came back and just talked.
Yeah.
Is he alive? Does he still live in the Facebook? But I took out
Oh, I didn't know that. I honestly, like, I don't really
Because,
care.
like, I'm so far into it now. I mean, we'll see how organic my technology is. Organic cancer, if I can't get it. Definitely not going to So those two were like, I'll just full definitely switch. Because at that point, like, I've got no really complaints about it. So that's the plan. That's what I'm worried about. We'll see.
I call this meeting to order at 5:04 p.m. Vice President Gary will call.
Here. Spears.
Here.
Golden. Here. Graham.
Here.
Ivy. Here. Kilgore. Here. Little.
Here.
Watkins.
Here.
McGarry. Bonmore.
Here.
Demetrius one.
Here.
Patel. Powell. Ropes. Ramirez.
Here.
Sander. Here. Spade.
Here.
Swan.
Here.
Burton. Street.
Here.
Cedar.
Here.
Urion.
Here.
Trimble.
Here.
Isaac or Weston.
Here.
Young.
Here.
And then I missed a freshman, so those are all.
What's Leslie Van
Sorry, on the old ones.
If there are no objections or corrections, we'll approve the minutes from last week's meeting as distributed. The floor is now open for any students that wish to speak to the body. We have no presenters this evening, please disregard what's on the agenda. So I'll go into my final report as president, and it is just thank you. Thank you all for a fantastic year. You're going to see later on at the banquet all of the great things that we have done this year, and that's because of the work that all of us in this room have put in, but especially the 39 of you that are sitting in these chairs. You have given your time, your resources, and your energy to SGA over the past year or over the course of a semester, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. So I appreciate everything that you have done to serve students and to better this organization. The advisors and the administration, I know, appreciate all of the work that you have put in and appreciate your dedication to SGA and to serving students. So thank you all from a very grateful and humbled president. Vice President.
Okay, so the end of your banquet is today at 6 p.m. in the Castle Ballroom. Just after this meeting, we can head on over there. And then thank you to Senator Hall for giving polypro tips this semester. That's all I have.
Vice President Martin is collecting awards. So Vice President Martin.
Awesome. Not a substantial amount of things to speak about, but the Finance Committee just recently heard essentially a request for $25,000 for the gazebo project. And essentially, a recommendation was made to pass that along back to the committee for further research. There was no broken down itemized price cost lists and associated things, nor were there comparisons to other vendors providing the same product. So essentially that's just the recommendation. I don't think it should bar any sort of presentation if y'all have one prepared, but that's the recommendation. That I go back to the committee for further research.
We will go into standing committee reports. If you don't have a report, you can just say no report. Academic Affairs, Senator Avi.
No report.
Internal Affairs, Senator Watkins.
No report.
Housing and Food Services, Senator Kale.
No reports.
Diversity Committee, Senator Ramirez.
No report.
Student Fee Advisory Committee, Senator Teeter.
I have a report. All right, so the SFAC reports that we were going to talk about, new business, we're no longer doing that because of concerns that were raised. So that will be approved during summer session.
Any questions for Senator Teeter? Ad hoc committee reports, Bear Advocacy Group, Senator Kilgore.
No report.
Community Engagement, Senator Sander.
Okay, so we're setting up a table at the banquet for Say More Students t-shirt. Make your dates, your parents, everyone take one, please. Lots. So just grab t-shirts.
Any questions for Senator Sander? Student Resources, Senator DeFercia.
Just grab all of them.
Sustainability, Senator Spears.
I'd like to thank my committee for all the hard work, and we will be introducing our final act as a resolution for Earth Day, which is today, and new business.
Any university committee reports? Any unfinished business? And any new business? Senator Spears.
I move that the University of Central Arkansas and the Student Government Association adopt the resolution entitled Earth Day Sustainability Resolution.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the UCASGA adopt the Earth Day resolution. Discussion on the motion, Senator Spears.
So, whereas the University of Central Arkansas is committed to continued education of the general public, whereas the global climate is an essential aspect to keep stable in order to hold life on planet Earth, whereas it is vital to recycle certain materials to keep unnecessary wastefulness within a society, whereas technologies are advancing to create sustainable fuel sources to help all aspects of transportation and global power consumption, whereas finding clean sources of power is beneficial for all life on Earth, whereas showing support to sustainability efforts is critical to sway public opinion on issues of climate change, whereas climate change, if not properly controlled, will cause increased extreme weather events in the years and decades to come, whereas higher education institutions should be leaders within a community to provide insightful programs and ideas that can be implemented beyond to larger surrounding communities. Therefore, be it resolved that the Student Government Association urges the University of Central Arkansas to champion new and inventive programs to create convenient recycling options for students everywhere on campus. Amendment to that said resolution, if that's also.
Okay. Senator Spears.
I move to amend the sustainability resolution, and I move that the Student Government Association amend the certain resolution to the resolved clause in the Earth Day Sustainability Resolution that states such programs would include but not be excluded to phasing out plastic, styrofoam, or any other non-recyclable material on campus. And so this would be the concluding sentence of the resolved clause of said resolution.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Student Government Association amend the current resolution to add to the resolve clause in the Earth Day Sustainability Resolution that states, quote, such programs would include but not be excluded to phasing out plastic, styrofoam, or any other non-recyclable material on campus. Discussion on the motion.
So it was brought to the attention of the committee that it may be more helpful to be specific in how we want to help sustainability efforts on campus and not be too general. And so I think that, you know, our broad consumption of styrofoam and plastic, and the committee agreed that it would be wise to state that lowering uses of plastic and styrofoam and wasteful materials would be beneficial to the campus community and sustainability efforts pretty much everywhere in the Conway area.
Further discussion on the amendment to the motion? Senator Little.
I'd just like to make a friendly amendment to the 7th.
Not of order. We're debating the amendment to the motion right now to add to the resolve clause. Yeah. Any further discussion on the amendment to the resolve clause? Okay. It has
Motion
been-
approved by unanimous consent.
Motion passes. So that will be added as the final resolve, or added as the concluding sentence of the resolve clause. We are now back to the debating the resolution. Further discussion. Senator Teeter.
Move the SGA change language in clause 6 from sway public opinion to educate the public.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the UCASGA change, quote, sway public opinion to, quote, educate the public on, in clause 6. Discussion on the motion, Senator Teeter.
All right, this will read, whereas showing support to sustainability efforts is critical to educate the public on issues of climate change. I just think this makes more sense. You know, it's not our job to sway the public, it's our job to inform the public. And so that's where I stand on that.
Further discussion on the motion? It has been moved
Motion
and
approved by
seconded.
unanimous consent.
Motion passes. discussion on the original motion? Senator Tribble?
This is just a point of information. On the second whereas clause, I would like to do a friendly amendment, but I'm not quite sure what the original sentence was intended to be, because as it is now, it reads, the global climate is an essential aspect to keep stable in order to hold life on planet Earth. So how would the Senator, or Senator Spears prefer that to be read?
Essentially, the second whereas clause would be the global climate is an essential aspect to keep stable, the stable meaning referring to the global climate in order to hold life on planet Earth.
I'm misreading that. Never mind.
Further discussion on the motion? Senator Little?
So I'd like to make a friendly amendment on the seventh whereas clause to change the wording to climate change, if not properly controlled, will cause an increased number of extreme weather events in the years and decades to come. Just so this is previous clarity that was clarified between myself, Senator Spears, and Vice President McGarry.
Any objection to that friendly amendment? Friendly amendment passes. Further discussion on the motion? Vice President Burton?
Yeah. Senator Spears, you answer the question. So in the third whereas clause, it is vital to recycle certain materials to keep unnecessary wastefulness within a society. By chance, so keep. So should it be stay? To stay unnecessary wastefulness within a society?
That would be a more accurate.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it would either be like keep in check or like stay.
Yes.
Right. So I get that sentiment, right? But it's not. I don't think it reads the way that you want it to read.
You're right.
I mean, I suppose that is a friendly.
Yes.
Friendly to make the word keep stay.
Any objection?
Just because, Senator Spears, will you answer a question?
Yes.
Are you trying to say that we are keeping unnecessary wastefulness out of a society?
Yes.
So would it be better to say, whereas it is vital to recycle certain materials to eliminate unnecessary wastefulness within a society?
I think that would be yes.
Okay. I just feel like it would come off as more clear than saying stay. To just say eliminate
means
unnecessary wastefulness.
Yeah.
Do we debate this?
It's a synonym.
You, and if someone, because Vice President Burton made a friendly amendment, Senator Watkins objected, that friendly amendment can be added in, so if someone wants to fill out a motion card, then you are more than welcome to do that. So,
I just know
I mean, I
that.
have a friendly amendment, another one, just
not for the same thing.
Well, since it had an objection.
You can get. I mean,
This has to be reasonable for everybody.
That's all, that's fair.
Further discussion on the motion? Senator Spears?
I move to amend the resolution, and so I move the SGA amend the third whereas clause to change keep to eliminate for clarity concerns.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the SGA amend the third whereas clause to change from clause to keep eliminate for clarity. Discussion on the motion, Senator Spears.
This would eliminate a lot of discontinuity concerns within that whereas clause, and so I hope that this can further clarify the university's intention, SGA's intention to eliminate unnecessary wastefulness and to help aid in some unspecific language.
Further discussion on the amendment to the motion? Or to the resolution? Vice
I just wanna have, one word, stay and eliminate have a connotative difference. So eliminate would be like to entirely rid, or to stay would mean to abate or to hold back or to reduce incrementally or narrowly. That's just the reason, because I know, so we can't say we're gonna recycle and eliminate all unnecessary waste. But I agree with I'm about what y'all decide at this point, because it's really just synonymous. Makes sense for most people.
Further discussion on the amendment?
Motion to approve by unanimous consent. That's a
I'm
wait.
worried that you gotta wait.
Alright,
It has been moved.
motion to approve by unanimous consent. God.
Discussion passes. We will now resume discussion on the original resolution. Further discussion? It is
Motion to
moved
approve by
and
unanimous consent.
Hey.
motion passes. Okay, any final announcements, and we will actually do this a little more in order. So advisors, do you have any final words for Sam? Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
We've enjoyed it as always. Y'all done an excellent job. We're looking forward to the banquet. Just thank you all for your service. Y'all continue the legacy of it.
Seniors, those of you who are graduating in a couple of weeks, best wishes as you move forward on your journey. And please keep in touch.
Yes, so that is a good thing. If you're a senior that's graduating, make sure that I add you to our SGA alumni Facebook group page thing, I forget what it's called, so that you can keep in touch with each other and keep in touch with all of us, because we have some pretty awesome alumni, and we're gonna add all of you to that lofty group of alumni. So at this time, are there any graduating seniors that have some things they would like to say? Senator Therion.
So one quick thing from both of the senior class presidents that have served this year, Greider and myself. If everybody could pick up the little commissioning ceremony invitation. So this is for me personally, and I also asked President Greider if he would be okay with it. And I personally invite every single one of you to our commissioning ceremony. This is just a convenient way for me to meet up with you instead of doing this individually. So you have all had a profound effect on my development as a representative and a leader on this campus. And the final thing that I'd like to say is a last little bit of advice. There was a man named Colin O'Brady, and he was the first person to ever cross Antarctica solo. And he was the fastest man to ever do it because somebody tried a couple of days after him, and they couldn't even come close. He beat him by 5 days. But the first part that's very crucial there is it was negative 40 degrees when he started this. He had to start on an ice shelf and then go to the start. That was 0.8 miles away. His sled was 375 pounds. And after the first hour of this effort, he sat down on his sled and cried because it was too hard. He thought he couldn't do it. And so he got out his satellite phone, which could only work for about 90 seconds because it was going to freeze the battery if he didn't do it quick enough. And he called his wife. And she asked him, well, how far have you gone? Where are you? And he says, I'm about 0.3 miles away from the start. And she just sat there for a second. She's like, babe, get up. You've been training for this for a year. You got this. So the little important part in there is you will reach a breaking point when you try and do these incredible and magnificent things that I know every single one of you can do. They've said it. We've all said it to each other. You are literally the best of the best. You will be doing the most difficult task on campus. It's just what we do. Have a support group so that when you are crying because it's just too hard, your friends will say, well, how far have you gone? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Get up. You're fine. And then who knows, you might set a world record in challenge any human being feat. That's all I have to say.
Senator Tribble.
Just starting off, but I want to say it's been a pleasure serving with all of you, both those who are currently in Senate and those who had to leave earlier last semester. But the less said about that, the better. But I just wanted to announce that there will be a quote Lose Laney rally to be held in front of Laney Mannion Hall tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I hope some of you will be able to come. I believe renaming Laney Mannion Hall is a cause worth fighting for, and I challenge SGA to, in the near future, lose Laney, and in the words of Curtis Mayfield, keep on pushing. The time is 9 a.m. to noon.
Any other graduating seniors have any final thoughts you'd like to share? Senator Avi?
I haven't really prepared a speech or anything. I just wanted to say it's been a pleasure working alongside all of you. Thank you for pushing me on my tough days and making it worthwhile, even though I've been really involved. If you haven't heard me talk about it, I'm student teaching. Most of you have, and most of you are tired of it. But I just like to say thank you for encouraging me in those days where I'm struggling and I'm over it. Just give me that push on a Monday to get through my week. It's not been an easy job doing all of the things that I've been involved in, but I'm just so grateful for this time that I've had. And just put your best foot forward. It doesn't matter how busy you are, it doesn't matter how many things you have going on outside of SGA. As long as you put into it your best foot, you're gonna do great things.
So I don't like have like a book or anything. Really sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for coming to the SGA office and making me a very jolly person, because every person that came in made me really, really happy and smile a lot, because it was like fun to see a familiar face whenever you're at work and you're like really stressed out and doing all that fun stuff. But yeah, come in and like see your office workers, give them a hug, tell them that they're awesome, even though we're like subpar, but like tell us that we're awesome. And just make other people smile. And like if you can do anything, like know that you can make others smile and make them happy, even if like life's really not going that great, because like it's really hard. But just make people happy and try to do that. Like that's the easiest job you could possibly do, but it's the most impactful. So go out and do that. If you want to talk to me, get my number. I'm a cool person. So if you need anything, let me know. Thank you.
Senator Story?
So I would like to say that it has been a real pleasure to work with you all, to serve on the SGA. I would like to thank you for letting me work with you, allowing me to become a better leader. And for some people, this could be like the end of a story. But for me, that's the beginning of a new journey. And as our advisor said, never forget to earn your leadership every day. Thank you.
So this was my last semester in SGA, but also my first. Getting a chance to work with you guys has been really inspirational for me. Being surrounded by so many people with so much drive has been great and definitely life-changing. I just want to thank everybody.
Any other seniors that have anything they would like to say? Okay. Now the floor is open to anyone else that has anything they would like to say. Senator Little.
Can we give a round of applause for our advisors and our current exec board for the absolutely incredible hard work Of course, this past year that you've been our exec board, you've led us to new heights, you led us to achieving new goals and new accomplishments, and with all the work and all the committees that we do, it would not have been possible if you all, a year back, would not have assigned us to those committees at the fall retreat and led us on this path to be called being a senator or being an advisor. So from the bottom of my heart, as well as all of the senators here, we wish to thank you for your service, and we'll be happy to work with you at any time, and you'll always have a home here at SGA.
Senator Watkins.
I probably should have said this in my committee report, but I just want to say thank you to my committee for all your hard work. I know I'm an incredibly demanding leader and very deadline oriented, but I'm glad you all took it very well. And I just want to say I'm so glad to serve on SGA, just because we can have heated debates in here and then go outside these chambers and be best friends. And I think that that's the best kind of leadership and maturity. And I'm proud of everyone here, and I hope to see you all in the future.
Anyone? Vice President McCreary.
Okay, so thank you all for your hard work. Also, name tags. So you can take the nameplates if you have like the wooden one, but if it's in the metal thing, you take like the name part, but not the tripods.
Not the holder.
Yeah.
You can take the holder.
Ship your name tags.
Senator DeForgia.
Everyone on student resources, I'm so proud of all of you. You guys all worked so hard on so many creative projects and put your all into it. And I'm so proud to have worked with all of you.
I'm going to brag on student resources again. So with the Feminine Hygiene Products Program, I got a text message from the outgoing staff Senate President, Dr. Leslie Graybill, to let me know that she was at an event at UCA downtown last weekend, and they have the dispensers at UCA downtown too. So your initiative within your committee and what Senate has done this year, that has touched every single women's and gender-neutral bathroom that our university owns, not just the ones here on campus. So that is not going unrecognized, and I'm constantly getting text messages from faculty, staff, and administrators that are so pleased of the work that you all have done. So I commend you and your committee for that work this year as well. Anyone else? Okay. For the last time, this meeting is adjourned. So we will all be heading over to the McCaslin Ballroom. So the banquet doesn't start for 26 more minutes. So you can take that time if you get over to the ballroom to mingle, talk amongst yourselves, find your plus ones, your families. If you can, grab a box of Save Our Students.
Please grab a box of t-shirts.
Well, y'all are gonna
I'm thinking about
your little slideys. Yep. Swag. Hello, sir. I'm getting a little hungry. Somebody took it.
Yeah, some of them are roll. Yeah, I have people coming.
Your peeps. I got people. I got people, and they're coming. She's got people.
I do have people.
Hold
Hold
Yeah, no, I disagree.
Every single time I see somebody wearing one of these t-shirts on campus, I cry. Every single time, like, literally somebody was like, I was like, nope, not to me right now, I'm okay. Emotional. Yes, so these are the small, medium, and large. So in this are mediums,
Okay, lead the way.
Okay, yeah. This is the extra large. Wait, no. So the one with signatures, those are the two extras. Okay.
Whatever's left too, did you give it out here, welcome, we get rid of.
We were gonna do the comments, or my committee said they wanted to donate to the homeless shelter.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
Yeah, I would do Conway days so that students would be walking around promoting.
I told you all, whoever takes this over next year, like, they can contact me, because they want UCA to take over.
Oh, really?
Yes, because, you know, last year, UA had it, and they want, so the only thing extra that we would have to do, because we were basically already planning the thing, would be the federal grant.
Oh, okay.
And I think it'll be less next year, because we didn't hand out any informational cards. We handed out the Josh Ration policy, because it impacted us, but I didn't know nobody was influenced by opioids and stuff like that, so I'm gonna donate those to the student health center. And the health clinic, hopefully next week, because they can't do over the summer and stuff, but it steals and plastic tape stuff if you're not within the center contracts. And that's what these t-shirts are, fake steel and plastic tape. Yeah, so that comes up.
We'll make sure they get distributed.
I hope so. But how many do you think I should take to the banquet? I have one box. I have two. This is an open box of small, medium, and larges. This is an open box of extra large and XXL. You think I should take one of each?
Yeah, but you need help.
I have boys coming.
Oh, okay, I take one of these.
Okay.
Hey, where's Spencer Murphy?
I didn't know if that was like good or bad. So I was like.
Hey, Spencer too.
I know, he like closed the door in front of us. I was like, yeah.
First of all, stop yelling in my ear. Oh, yeah. You should get out of there. Honestly, me too. I was like, Jamal. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone forever. I'm gonna make sure.
I'm not like.
Mom, what are you doing? I can just tell you, to let me just go down that road and you'll take a left. How did you even get in there?
It's not done yet.
And then take a left on that road. There'll be a road up there. You'll be on the left. Yeah, and then we get on that road. I had to take Save Our Student t-shirt. I didn't, nobody stayed to help me carry them, so I have Austin coming. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go on that road. You're gonna follow it. Yeah. It'll take you up to next to the police department. Okay. Bye. From there. I have people coming, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I was like, I literally told people. No, I have people coming. I have a guy coming. So if your next stop is Cheyenne, take your call.
Honestly, it's gonna go in my call that you worked hard for you. So,
So when you get that stop and be somewhere.
we should talk to Hank, talk to Hank and see if we can make the juice or, somewhere. And if not,
You know, yeah, Turtle is a Well,
I kind of figured.
he said if the guy that he didn't want to be, so we had a guy at St. like, I talked to him at the conference, and he said, you know, this guy's probably gonna be our president next year, but I don't know if he won or not. He's a fighter.
Right.
I remember when he
And then,
I know he got one.
you'll go to another stop sign next to the police department, right?
But the only thing
Take a
extra, honestly, we have to do is like the over it. And it'll probably be a lot less next year, because I know in our report, I wrote,
Yes.
that we
Yes.
missed.
Take a left, and then also left of the other.
But the federal grant this year was 60,000. And it was only tricky because they couldn't spend a certain amount in places, so
Was that what, didn't we say they ended up doing like 4 orders to be unloaded?
they did 2 orders to be unlimited and 2 orders to the place that printed the international cards in Louisiana.
Interesting.
So, yeah. Have somebody coming.
You're good, we got plenty of time.
Hey, we're okay, so I just need 2 boys because I needed 2 boxes. I need, yeah, I need 2 boys to grab boxes. 1 box of, or 2 boxes of t-shirts. Come on, grab yours.
Is that the one, is there a parking lot?
Do I need to, do y'all know where to go? Chase it. No, you're taking it to the banquet. To the banquet where we're walking. So,